What's going on? Oh, wait, I gotta fix your screen.
You can hear me?
Here we go. Yes, now we can hear you.
Hello.
There we go. What's going on? How are you? Who?
I'm good. I just got off of TikTok, so
Did you?
I have plenty of topics for
Oh,
tonight. Yes.
no. How is TikTok? TikTok still toxic?
Really
Toxic?
toxic. Yes.
Toxic. Yo, what's up, Flazzy? May God bless your trap as well, homie. May God bless your
Hi,
trap.
chat. Hello.
Yo, yeah, so we got Yikes Wazowski here, an amazing friend to this stream. They say that they're here for the no Sabo content, considering I am a no Sabo kid. So tonight, we are going to get down to this. And we are going to fight back against this blatant discrimination against my people. My people are still my people, even if they can't speak Spanish. I don't give a fuck. But for real, thank you for being here, Sasha. Please do give yourself an introduction for those that don't know you. Tsundere, what's up?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, mostly I just stream on Twitch. I do a lot of just whatever I want. I talk a lot. I do a lot of TikToks. I try to do funny TikToks. Lately, TikTok has just been like my bread and butter. But lately, the Spanish stuff is what is getting me the majority of the hate. So, but I still really like TikTok. TikTok's like Twitter with videos.
So, a little bit, and it feels like
yeah.
like early YouTube. Like anybody could really blow up on it right now. Like that's what it feels like.
It's really fun. And I feel like every streamer should have it, regardless if you think like you can do it or not.
Well, so that's my first question. What did you start doing first? Like, did you do Twitch? Did you do any content creation beforehand?
No. So when I was doing, I actually started Twitch right before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and then everybody was on Twitch. I believe Twitch climbed to 9 million active streamers when COVID hit.
That's like 2020.
So, yeah, I think it was 2020, and I didn't do any type of social media. I grew up on Twitch since 2012. I used to love watching League of Legends.
Mm-hmm. You play?
Yes, I used to play heavy back in the day.
Oh, what made you stop?
Oh, it's toxic.
The people on there?
Toxic, yes.
No, my wife's little brother loves League of Legends.
It's fun. Do not get me wrong. And I was definitely one of the freaking little toxicas down there with them too. I was toxing it up with the best of them. So
what kind of toxic is it? Is it just like raged out, like little kids fucking mad and shit when they get?
It's mostly the fact that as soon as you get on there and you die or something, everybody's so quick to be like, oh, you're trash, and then it just goes from there and just escalates to worse and worse.
Oh no.
So,
yeah, I mean, I like MOBAs. Like I really like there's one called Heroes of the Storm. It's like the same concept. It's just like Blizzard characters.
Yes, I played Heroes of the Storm too. I actually have Pudge down there, like right here. I don't think you can see him, but I have
kinda
the Butcher.
So you like video games your whole life?
Yeah, ever since I can remember, yeah, pretty much. I think one of my first games was 007 with the golden gun. Do you remember that?
Yeah, N64?
Yeah, and then N64 days.
Yeah, that's throwback. That's classic right there.
Yeah, I'm old. Don't let my looks fool you. I'm really old.
That's not that old. That's really not that old. I'm pretty sure you're like around my age, so don't say that we old.
Are you 56?
I am actually 75, so shit. I was completely off.
We're in the same area.
There it is. What's up, Joaquin Machine? Oh shit, I hope I'm pronouncing that. What's up, Machine? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I should have said this at the beginning, but if we don't get your questions in chat, like please do feel free to drop questions in here for Sasha. If we don't get to them right away, it's because I don't want to interrupt our guest. We will try and get to them whenever we can. But as I was saying, so you started Twitch 2020. Were you doing TikTok before that?
No, actually TikTok I barely started in the beginning, or not the beginning, the end of like last year. So I haven't been on it very long. Actually.
Okay, so you were on Twitch for a while beforehand, like
I've
that's
only
like
been
about
on
a
Twitch
year.
for about 2 years.
Yeah, that's about a year difference, right? For TikTok and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
What? How did you find like Twitch at first? Like, were you in there? Did you like? How would you go about growing a community? How'd you go about like meeting people?
Oh, actually, Twitch is really hard. I'm sure you can kind of, throw your 2 cents on that too. Twitch, I feel like everybody starts Twitch and they realize, like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna blow up overnight. I'm gonna make all this money from streaming and stuff like that. And I feel like the people that go into that and like think that, they get burned out so easy and they quit. Because I don't think they realize you kind of got to do like work behind it. You just can't get on there and play video games. You got to do like other shit. You have to network. You have to do social media. You can't. Like there's people that get on here and they stream like 8 hours every time they get on, and they're like, why am I not growing? Because you're streaming for 8 hours and nobody knows you're there.
And you're not doing all the other stuff on the other hand when you get off the stream. Like you said, like the networking, the creating clips and stuff. I see people on here, I'm not gonna lie, and like I'll go to sleep and they're streaming, and then I wake up and they're streaming, and I'm like, and sometimes I would get like, man, like, God damn it, I should be doing this, but like, you know, I get like a little
it's so bad
anger inside me because I'm like, shit, I gotta go to work and stuff. Like, how do they have all this time? But then I try and remind myself, like, you know, everybody's got different time zones, different schedules, different responsibilities. Everybody, you know, grows at their own pace. But I used to really be like, fuck, man, I gotta go to work, man. Don't these people got work?
Exactly.
And I'll get real annoyed. But how was it at first? Were you like just streaming to yourself, or how'd you grow? Like,
so. I mean, I'm not very big now, but like I do try. I feel like what kind of got me to grow a little bit of a community is quit doubting myself so much and being like trying to do something that somebody else is already doing. And like, you know, like when you're watching like a YouTuber, they're always like, hi guys, how's it going? And it's like always just like the same. You go into another YouTuber and they're the same thing, right? It's kind of like copy paste a little bit. And I'm just like, I can't do that, because I tried doing the cute like quiet e-girl thing, and then that stuff wasn't me.
What's the quiet e-girl thing?
The like just cozy, really cute. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying it's just like I can't do that. The like nice cozy vibes. I'm too chaotic that it just doesn't work up with me, because I talk way too much and I talk way too fast too.
So were you like, you said you tried it, right? Like, at what point were you like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just be myself, and if people like this, they'll stay here. If they don't like it, then they can go find someone else.
So actually, when I first started stream, I was very, very shy. I actually remember one of my first streams that I started. I was playing League of Legends, and I was like just kind of talking to myself, and I remember being very shy. I didn't even want to hit the start live button. And I remember I had somebody came in, and I still remember what they said, because I was talking about how I wanted to cut my hair. And I only had one person come into that chat and say, oh, you shouldn't cut it. That's all they said. And I just said, thank you. And immediately when they said that, I shut off the stream, because I did not know what else to say. I was like, what do I say to that? Like, how do I keep a conversation?
Thank you.
Yeah, it was so awkward. And I was like, I shut off the stream, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then I did it the next day.
What made you want to go back to it? What made you like just be like?
Just because like I always wanted to do it since 2012. I used to watch, like I said, a lot of League of Legends on Twitch, and I always was like, oh, that would be so cool to just stream games and have fun.
And so what made you finally do it? Because that's like an 8-year wait period where you were like, I want to do this, but then you.
Oh, actually, I used to live in Las Vegas, and I used to be partying it up.
In Vegas?
In Vegas, and I used to do something almost every week. So we actually ended up having to move here to Iowa, which is actually my hometown of Iowa. And when I came here, I had nobody. I had no friends. I had nobody to talk to. Everybody that lives over here is really, really old, like little old Betty Sue that lives down the street. And there's nobody here. So I was just kind of in my head a lot, and I was like, what could I do to like keep myself social? And I was like, you know what? I always wanted to try doing, streaming. And I was like, fuck it, let's try it.
Hey. Hell yeah. Wait, so you grew up Iowa, moved to Nevada, then moved back?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. And what do you like better? Like, what have you liked so far, like, best?
I do miss Las Vegas. I really miss that there is so much stuff to do. But honestly, I hate living in a big city. Have you been to like a really, really big city, or do you live in one?
I live in New York City. Yeah, I live in arguably the biggest city in the United States. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't grow up in the city. Like, I grew up in predominantly like, suburbs, like, but it's like 40 minutes away from the city. So like, as you got older, like by the time that we hit like 20, 21, we were going to the city every weekend, like me and my friends and stuff. But I lived in the suburbs, so it gave you that like kind of like peace and quiet when you would be home, and then if you wanted to go do something, it was just like a 40-minute ride. Like, that's like the cool balance. Now I live in the city.
Nice.
I do like the city. I enjoy the city. My wife doesn't love it. She's definitely like, oh, it's like busy as hell. Like there's just too much stress and stuff. And
I'm sure we would get along great because that's exactly what I think.
And it's cool. My city can beat your city. Yo, yeah, LA is probably the cooler.
City beef from Cali, I bet.
City beef.
Which one are you? Who's in Cali? It's John B.
It's John B. I've never been to Nevada or Las Vegas.
Oh, Vegas, man, everybody and their mama goes, so it's just all types of drivers that go. Me and my fiance, we both got into a car wreck less than like weeks in apart just because people drive so crazy over there.
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
wild.
Is it a majority like
drive.
big like tourist like area? So like the people that you meet,
yeah.
they're just gone the next week?
Oh yeah, even when COVID hit, they were refusing to shut down the hotels until people like the locals that live down there were like, no, dude, you need to keep us safe too. And they finally stopped tourism to Las Vegas, but it took them a while to stop the tourism over there because people were still coming. They didn't care that there was COVID.
So you were still in Vegas around, like you moved back?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But I have friends and family that still live there, but. I'm just talking. Sorry.
Do you think?
You can keep me on subject, by the way. If I get off a subject, just reel me back in.
Nah,
I tend to do that.
Not gonna do that. This is the point of this is the point of podcasts, and this is the point of the stream in general. We stream of consciousness, just rolling.
Okay.
Do you think you'll live in Iowa like the rest of your life, or do you see yourself moving anywhere?
Well, I always lived in the Midwest area. So I used to live in Nebraska, Texas, Iowa, and then moved to Las Vegas and came back to Iowa. So Iowa, where I live right now, I live in the middle of nowhere. I have nobody around me. It takes me about an hour to get groceries, food, anything. If I want to go out, I can't really do that.
Oh, shit,
I have to cook
really
all
out
meals. There. Yeah, like I can't do any of that. So
yo, I'm picturing Courage the Cowardly Dog, like that type of setting, like middle of nowhere. Like, is it like that?
Yeah. I mean, I do have I live in a community. I don't really want to say exactly where because it's so tiny that somebody could Google search me and find me. But
don't dox yourself.
It's that little. But so I'm very careful, especially on stream about that too, because like I get carried away sometimes because you see how I am. I want to share too much.
Yeah. No, definitely don't dox yourself. Blackfire, let me get to chat real quick just because they've been saying stuff. Went to visit Vegas. Mod. That's your mod? Hey, what's up, Blackfire? How you doing? Welcome. Went to visit Vegas last summer, and they were so nonchalant about COVID. It was weird. I kept my mask on the entire time. That's like when we went to Florida. It was like, are we in the same country? Like, it's just so different. Yeah, they don't give a shit.
They don't care.
And
they wrestle alligators down there. They don't care.
Oh hell, that is the craziest shit. I've seen like videos of people going in and just like grabbing the alligator, like pulling it out of their pool, and then like that's it, just going back to normal business. I'm like, yo, Florida's too much. That shit is crazy.
Oh, they wild. I feel like they have a good time.
Yo, and then I remember one time we were driving. We did a road trip, and like we were on our way to Florida. As soon as we entered Florida, it was like advertisement of like gun store, Jesus, strip club, Jesus again. It was like the weirdest combination. But really strange place. Blackfire said Texas is Midwest, question mark, exclamation mark.
Blackfire, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. You know this already.
What part of Texas were you in?
Amarillo, Texas. Amarillo.
Where is that?
Amarillo.
Mid, south, west?
It's it's the panhandle of Texas. So if you see Texas, it looks like a pan. It's the handle of that pan.
Okay. So is that like, I don't know, what states are over there? Arizona? No, New Mexico?
It's by New Mexico.
It's by New Mexico or Old Mexico?
I think so. Wait, isn't it by both?
I have no idea. I don't know where the panhandle is. That's kind of like a new term for me. It's closer to Juarez. I do know this.
I don't know where it is. You know where Texas is?
Amarillo. So little yellow Texas.
Yellow Texas, yes.
Yellow Texas. Okay. What have you liked the best out of all the places you've lived at?
The people, except for Las Vegas, people there are awful. But here in Iowa and Texas, people were really, really nice. Really nice.
What is Iowa like?
Man?
I've never been to Iowa.
There's nothing here. Don't come here.
Don't come here. What is it known for? What's the state known for?
Oh, corn.
Corn. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna get into. So why the corn crew?
Yeah, because I live in Iowa.
So you see corn everywhere?
Yeah, I live right next to it. It's right outside my door. Not right now because it's winter, but
like corn mazes.
Yes. We have those.
Like where people go to die, like
Yeah.
you know, like horror movies.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Like
In fact, the corn mazes actually close at 6 because just in case any little kids get lost in there, they close them with the daylight still, so they can make sure nobody's in there.
oh,
So, yeah.
okay, yeah, that's scary. Sounds like Ohio. Is it similar to like Ohio? Probably like similar vibes
never
to the
been.
Midwest. I have no idea. Wait,
Never been
Sundeta,
to
you
that
never been to
side.
Ohio either.
I've never
That's
been
my
to that
wife.
side.
I don't. Down to visit Iowa and passing to California. Yeah, like a flyover state.
Corn's here.
Corn.
Corn.
Yeah,
You know the
oh,
group,
the
Korn?
rock band, the rock K.
yes.
Korn.
they're from here. They go to Iowa State Fair, I believe, almost every year. And
Oh.
Slipknot, not Corn, Slipknot. Excuse me, I got it mixed up.
Okay, because my wife loves Korn. She's been trying to go to a Korn concert. I was
Slipknot.
like,
I got confused.
Slipknot. So they do a
Slipknot.
show there every year?
Yeah, Iowa State Fair.
Ah, okay. Iowa is like
So.
southern Illinois, just nothing but flat land and corn.
Yes, exactly what Blackfire just said. Yes.
So wait, you never lived near the ocean?
No.
No. Have you visited the
Never.
ocean?
Yes, twice.
Ah, okay. What'd you think of the ocean?
California's ocean's cold, John B.
Yo, California's ocean is cold as shit. I
Cold.
went to California and I never got to swim in the Pacific because it was too damn cold. And it's just like giant.
Yeah.
I was in San Diego and like we walked this boardwalk thing and like we were like 20 feet out into the water and like I looked down and I could just feel sharks. Like I don't know, I just felt fucking sharks down there. I was like, these sharks are definitely in there.
Sure, you have fear of deep water. That's a phobia.
That's a thing?
I forget what phobia. Yeah.
Fear of
You
deep
can have
water.
fear of deep water. If you're like in an open ocean or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
you fear that, it's a phobia.
I don't know if I have that because I've been on like boats, like the boats when they go to the mill,
Oh.
like and I scuba dived.
Oh, then never mind.
It
I'm
just
fucking
literally
sick.
felt like I don't know, the presence of like of sharks. Like you ever felt like somebody's there, you don't X? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so either. But that's interesting. I gotta look up what that phobia is. And then I've seen that you do funny voices on your stream, right? You'll break out into like random voices.
That's something I barely noticed that I could start doing actually, and yeah, I don't even know why I do that. To be honest, I think it's a self mechanism.
Is it one voice or is Toad voice?
No,
Somebody
I
said
think-
Toad voice.
Oh God, no. Who said that? Blackfire.
Blackfire. What's the Toad voice? That means there's gotta
Do you
be
know who Toad is from Mario?
Of course.
Yeah, Mario. I could do his voice. It just sounds really bad.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of Toad's voice. Like
The
I'm
thing is, I can't do it. I have performance. So if somebody tells me to do it, I can't do it. You know
Oh,
what
okay.
I mean? It's like I got an attitude. If someone's like, "Do it, Sasha," I'm like, "No,
I
can't do it."
All right, well, I'm not gonna ask you to do it then. But if I ask you a question and anywhere down the process you're like, I'm gonna break out the Toad voice.
Oh,
okay?
God.
I'm gonna act surprised. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Xave said Mario. Yo, yeah. I never knew I had a New York accent until I have other streamer friends that they're like, yo, say Mario. I'm like, I don't know, Mario.
Can you say I'm walking over here?
Oh, like I'm walking over here.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Wanna go
walking.
Go get a calzone, eh?
Hey, we gotta go get a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. Dead ass, dog. We gotta go get this salt, pepper, ketchup bagel.
You call this a meatball salad? This is garbage.
Sundar, I didn't think I had an accent. Do you think you have an accent, an Iowa accent? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Actually, people have told me that I do have an accent, but it's weird because I don't speak. I didn't grow up in one area. I moved around a lot as a kid. And it's funny too, actually, on the TikToks that I was getting, like, when I was making the ones about Spanish, I actually had somebody that told me, "Why are you faking that you don't know Spanish? We can hear your accent." And I'm like, what?
A Spanish accent?
Yeah, they said I had an accent for like speaking Spanish, and I'm like, bruh, I've never spoken any Spanish in my whole life. Or,
yeah, I don't think you have an accent either. So they think you're doing it for clout, like you're like pretending that you don't know Spanish for views.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of messages of people being like, "Why are you? That's impossible. Like, why are you doing that to farm clout?" They're thinking that I'm doing it and like faking it, and I'm like, who in their crazy mind would do that?
Especially with all like the negativity that you get towards it.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand that, and I don't think you have an accent. That's the strangest thing.
Yeah, I don't think I do either, but I've heard plenty of people say that.
Oh, that's so strange. So what kind of content are you making on TikTok that's like bringing all this like negative energy?
Oh, so lately on my stream or whatever, I had started finding more Latino and Hispanic people just because, like, it's really rare on this, like, you know, on Twitch to find, you know, Latinos or Hispanics. You know what I mean? You don't really see us, like, at the top unless you know it's an actual, like, I believe the world record for, like, the most people on here is a Spanish speaker, but I can't remember his name. But, like, Twitch has its own pocket, so if you're, like, in a certain language, you have your own group of people, and like America has like their own group of people. Does that kind of make sense?
What do you mean for categories of like
So you know how like XQC or Ninja, or I don't even know if they stream on here still, but you know those big, you hear like the big streamers,
the
right?
big names. Yeah.
Those are like our American English speakers that are big. So if you like, you know, somewhere in Latin America or Spain or whatever, they have their own big streamers. But since there's very few of them, there's like get millions of views.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah,
I wish I had this. I listen to a lot of analytic stuff. I don't know if you know who Zach Bussy is, but Zach Bussy. Oh my God, Zach. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Is his name Bussy, actually? I was gonna say that's the funniest.
It's Bussy. His last name is Bussy, but I call him Bussy, and I can't believe I just did that.
Oh, it's Bussy.
But he does a lot of analytic stuff like that, and I love watching him because he, you know, I get to learn that shit. It's great. So there's different kind of categories.
Okay, so on TikTok you've been making, like, how does that relate to like what the content that you've been making on TikTok again? I'm sorry.
Oh, so when it comes to that, oh yeah, sorry, I tend to do that. I go from one thing and I turn into another. So when it comes to the TikTok stuff, like I said, I started looking for other Hispanic speakers or anybody Latino, and just trying to, you know, network and see, you know, how they're doing, you know, how's it, you know, growing for them. And I had a couple people come in and they also could relate to me that they are not well versed in their Spanish, or they got made fun of, or just like certain little things like that we kind of shared similarities. So I'm kind of a jokester, so I was telling people like how, like, just stories of like how it was growing up without like my Spanish, and I was like, oh, those are kind of funny. I was just looking for TikTok clips, grabbed some of those clips and just put them on TikTok, and they started doing numbers. Hey man, this shit doing numbers.
I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah. So well, I already, like, what I do for my videos or my Twitches or whatever, I do a lot of clips, so I don't have to do a lot of work later and just throw them to TikTok. So I had a lot of on just that one topic, and I just started posting all those. I didn't think they were gonna do good. I was just shit talking like I usually do. And one of the videos, let me see if I can see which one is the one that did it. I posted one of them, and it was like a joking story of how it was, like, how growing up without Spanish. And one of them, I was saying, somebody came into my stream and said, I'm gonna call Border Patrol on you, or you need a green card or something like that. And I believe my mods deleted it before I could try to see it, but I got to see it. And they make their usernames like Border Patrol or something like that, because I use like the Mexican or Latino hashtag. You know, you can use that on Twitch. So I have that. So people were coming in and saying that shit.
They targeted you.
Yeah. So I was talking about it on Twitch, and I took that Twitch clip and put it onto TikTok, and I said that, and I was like, oh, well, why are you gonna send me over there? I don't even speak Spanish. What am I gonna do when I get over there? And it pissed people off.
What'd they say? What were they pissed? See, that's crazy, because you get the hate from the racists that say like, oh, like that target like Latinos and Latinas, and then you get the hate from the people that think you're not Latino or Latina enough. That's crazy.
Right.
What were they pissed off about?
A lot of them just saying like no Sabo. They were saying, oh, your parents must be whitewashed. You must have very whitewashed parents. I can't believe your parents didn't raise you with that. They should be ashamed. I had a lot of comments saying, your parents are failures. They failed you. You shouldn't be allowed in the community. You don't speak Spanish. Just a lot of like kind of over talking, a lot of the no Sabos. Like at the point I started filtering my stuff just because it was just like, I know it's not good to look at, and I have like my fiance, and I would turn to him and he'd be like, why are you reading those? He's like, you should just not read them.
Yeah, it's not good for your health, your mental health.
I know it's not, but I couldn't stop reading them.
I feel that.
So and I'm just like sitting there searing, and I was like talking to Eddie, I was like, do people not understand that not everybody grows up the same way that they do? Just because they learned it at a certain age or whatever doesn't mean that everybody got that.
Exactly.
For me, I had a dad that worked 24/7. I have my dad working 24/7 even now. So even as a kid, I didn't get to see my dad. My dad was not in the picture. And then my mom, unfortunately, this kind of touchy subject for me, but my mom was there, but she wasn't there. I don't know how to really kind of say that, but she was there, but she wasn't a parent.
Okay.
So
yeah, you don't need to say more.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I didn't get to grow up with it, and then I lived in Texas, and a lot of people were like, "Well, you lived in Texas, you should have no excuse to not know Spanish, right?" I lived in Texas in the outskirts in the country. I went to a predominantly white school. I didn't see another person that looked like me until I moved to Iowa. So I didn't need Spanish growing up. I didn't even cross my mind. Never in my whole life, I didn't have any family around me that spoke any Spanish besides like my dad. But my dad at the time was taking night classes to learn English.
Okay.
So,
and that's what's tough, because they're trying to learn English because they're in this country where you need to learn English, and you were in an area where you didn't need to know Spanish, and nobody was teaching you. So like, where would you learn it?
No, and that's the thing. I didn't know I needed it. I didn't know I needed it until I moved over here to Iowa, and then I saw other people that look like me. And I did get made fun of a little bit in school for like not knowing Spanish, but it was pretty predominantly white there too that I went to. So I didn't need it. I didn't even cross my mind.
That was going to be my bad. My next question was going to be, is there a big Mexican community out in Iowa? John B asked the same thing. There's Mexicanos?
Yes, because there are really, really good jobs here. And we do have like a little bit of a community, and that's me saying that. I think I was just more pushed out of that community, so maybe that's why I didn't need it so much. But there is, Mexicans in Iowa. There are for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, that shit sucks. I do want to read this quick comment because Yikes has been, like I said, a long-time viewer, and we had great conversations about this same subject. They said, my dad, who was Mexican, literally died when I was 2, and though my stepdad was Mexican too, he would just yell at me when I tried learning, so I just never learned Spanish. The Mexican one, oh my God, no. Yeah, so that's the thing. Each person has different reasons on why they don't learn it, and nobody knows that, but people just assume, like, and then do people think, like, you look Latina? Is that also like what goes into it?
Well, look at my skin.
I didn't want to just like blatantly say it, but like,
yeah, well, that's the thing too, and that's when growing up, I always got told, "Oh, well, you're a beautiful Latina for being brown," and I'm like, but I don't speak like the Spanish, so then like I would get hate from the Latinas that did speak Spanish and that were not brown, and it was just so weird because then nowadays like. It's weird. I even had like some lady message me on TikTok and say, you should be thankful that you don't know Spanish, but at least you're brown. Like, bitch, I got made fun of for that shit when I was younger.
Wait, she was trying to cheer you up?
Yeah.
That's such a weird way. You should be grateful that you don't know Spanish, but you are brown.
Yeah.
That shit is strange.
I didn't know how to take that. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's a real one. So my wife said, "You are a beautiful Latina for being brown." That sounds horrible. Yeah, that one's strange. Pretty for a brown girl. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. That's really not good.
I got to hear that all growing up, and I'm just like, you get pulled in like a bunch of different directions, kind of like how you said you're getting hate from people that are not of your race, and then you get hate from people that are supposed to be in your community and have your back. So that's why I'm just like a little all over the place recently.
That shit is gatekeeping. That shit is straight up like gatekeeping really into like who is Latino or Latina enough. Like who the fuck is to say that? That shit is crazy. Let me read this comment. Blackfire. I'm always torn about learning Spanish. I feel it's like a first generation. If it's kind of required for the fact of just speaking to like your parents and grandparents, but after that I feel like it's free game. Yeah, exactly. Like second generation and third generation it gets different because you've been in America for so long that like I guess you could say you're more Americanized. But the first generation, I'm first generation as well, My family was born in Dominican Republic. I was born here in the United States. The only reason I learned it is straight up because of my grandma. I live with my grandma. If not, I would have had a very similar situation to you where my mom was working all the time. I didn't grow up with my dad. And, blessings on blessings to my grandma, abuelita, for teaching me. And then later on in life, like now, my wife is the one who, like, we speak Spanglish. Like, it's a lot of, like, English and Spanish words, like, scattered throughout there. But she's taught me a lot of Spanish words I would have never known, like, because all my friends growing up were white. Like, literally all my friends were white, and I just never needed it, like you said. And I have this funny story growing up that my grandma loves to tell. It's like I was with my friends outside the house, and she was like on the porch calling me like, Xavier, come inside. And she was speaking Spanish. And I was like, Grandma, like, don't talk to me in Spanish, like, in front of my friends. It's going to embarrass me. And she was like, oh, yeah, well, then I'm going to get the belt that speaks English. Oh, and, and that's what it was, though. Like, as a kid, I kind of felt embarrassed whenever, like, my family would speak Spanish in front of me, just off of the pure fact that, like, my friends would be like, oh, what are they saying? Can you translate this? Can you say this in Spanish? And it was annoying as fuck. Like, I didn't want to deal with that shit. So I was just like, nah, don't talk to me in Spanish in front of them.
I've heard that. A lot of Latinos or Hispanics, I mean, I'm going to kind of call out my fiance a little bit here. I was actually talking about this to him today, and I was like, how come you don't like using your Spanish? And he was like, the same way, Rye, you're getting made fun of right now on TikTok. He's like, even if you do know the language, if you forget a word, if you misspeak or you use Spanglish, you get called, all these names or whatever. And he was telling me a story that when he was working, he had a family come up to him that was speaking Spanish, and he tried to help them, and they ended up walking away from him, even though, I guess because his Spanish wasn't good enough or something, but they like took off on him, even though he was trying his hardest to
that shit sucks.
So
I think it's because, like, a lot of, like, Latinos and Latinas are, like, they joke around, and, like, they're real, like, just, like, no filter, just, like, jokes and, like, laughing and all this stuff. And it's like sometimes they don't even have bad intentions, but, like, they'll just make fun of you. Like, my family has made fun of me before, and I'm just like, and, like, they're all laughing and stuff, and I'm sitting there like, God damn it, like, because, like, I won't know, like, I don't know, like you said, like, a word, like, I'll forget it. I won't know how to translate it exactly, or it'll come out and it'll just sound funny, and they'll make jokes and stuff about it. They have no filter.
Right. And the thing is, it shouldn't be like that, because, like, that's awesome that you know 2 languages. Like, that your brain is so smart to handle 2 languages at once. So, like, and especially since you live here in a primordially, I can't think of this word. predominantly English-speaking country, and you still can obtain that Spanish and still understand it and speak it when you need to. I feel like as long as you can get your point across in a language, that's what the language is for.
Exactly.
It's for communication.
That shit should be celebrated, straight up.
Yeah.
It really should be celebrated.
Yeah.
Let me just read some comments. It's the stupid 2 American for the Mexicans and 2 Mexicans for the Americans.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody brought that up recently. There's like you ever seen Selena, like the movie, the throwback, J-Lo?
I had somebody message me something sweet like that, and when I'm speaking about all the hate, I got actually a lot of people that reached out and told me that my videos did help them. So it makes me happy, and that was one of the comments, is that you need to be more Mexican than the Mexicans and more American than the Americans.
Yeah, you gotta know Johnny Cash, and you gotta know, like, Vicente Fernandez was something in the quote. And that's what I saw too when I reached out to you. I saw that there was, a mixture of, like, shitty, toxic comments, but there was a lot of people in there that were like, thank you so much for doing what you're doing, and just, like, being brave about this, and, like, not listening to the trolls and shit, because they were in similar positions to you.
And the thing is, I don't understand why. I think it's TikTok, so I feel like they're able to hide behind their screens, because, like, I'm an ass, okay? I will go and click on their profile and see, what do you look like? What videos do you make? What makes you able to speak on such a thing that, you're pointing to yourself that you're above me, kind of thing. So I'll go see what they got about. They have no videos, and they're hiding their profile picture.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've received comments on TikTok where it's like, you overhyped streamer, like, this is cringe. And I'll be like, you know what? And I click the profile first thing, and I'm like, no fucking videos. Or then I'll see their stream, and I'll click it, and they're just, like, sitting there, like, deadpan, not talking, not entertaining anybody. And I'm like, this motherfucker, like, you have the audacity to call me cringe?
Yeah.
That shit gets annoying. But, you know, it feels like it's usually those types of people that, like, I don't know, they don't have anything going for themselves, or, like, so they're just online and they just hating on anybody they can find.
Right.
That shit sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been on TikTok. If I've seen videos that I don't like on TikTok, and I've never been like, you know what? Let me take some energy out of me and write something awful. I'm just scroll.
Yeah, let me just take my time to shit on their day. Like, nah, that's never crossed my mind. But so you know it's real when parents and grandparents speak Spanish. They will call you out. Yeah, that shit sucks. Like, that shit is annoying. Tell me about the bad words in Spanish. Yo, that's 100% what my friends used to be like. It was like, tell me some bad words in Spanish. And I was like, I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah.
But learning how
I'm
also.
sure you were a translator too for your grandma when you needed it too, or when she needed it, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. Like, going
sure
to doctor's
you were,
appointments and stuff. Like, going to anything.
And that's for a little young kid to have to do that too. I feel like from both sides that's hard, because like you're a little kid, you don't understand what doctor language is.
Yeah, and you have to like translate all these big words, and you're just and it's like it's hard to do it in real time too, to do it like quickly, because it just doesn't translate. I've also had this like my wife has been like, oh, you should interview like some Spanish speaking people like in Spanish on your podcast or whatever on the stream. And I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like I would be able to like talk to them, but I'm not gonna be able to talk about no deep topics. I'm not gonna be able to translate well. I'm gonna go in there sounding stupid. Like, it's just like a different level. Like, there are certain topics where I'm like, I'm not gonna come across as like eloquently at all. Like, it's just gonna sound like porque pues and it's just like different levels of like, you know, I'm comfortable speaking English. That's just it.
Right.
What would you rate your?
You shouldn't have to worry about that either, though. So nobody should be saying if you're comfortable in one language, it's fine.
Exactly. What would you rate your Spanish? Because I know you've been taking Duolingo classes, right?
Spanish, I'm still very much, very much a beginner. Very much. I picked up a little bit of it when I was a little bit young, and that was the only reason is because my parents used to like to fight in Spanish. I got to hear
all the curses and stuff.
Yeah, the curses or whatever, and it was just little dumb shit, just like when my mom would snap at me or whatever. Just little things like that, but nothing where I actually knew in my head that I should probably learn this. Nobody sat down and was like, you need to learn this, because like my parents used their Spanish for like their secret language
to speak in like in front of you without you knowing.
Yeah, and that's one thing fuck my parents for doing that a little bit. Sorry, I don't mean to say that. That actually sounded really bad, but they used to do that, and it used to drive us crazy as a kid. And now as an adult, and now I can understand it a little better, they can't do that anymore.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I actually have a lot.
A lot of siblings.
Yeah, I have like 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Do they speak Spanish?
Only one.
Only
one of them does, and he grew up with like my grandpa that only spoke Spanish.
You see, yeah, it's like you need to grow up with somebody, or else you just don't learn it. That's straight up.
Yeah.
Yikes asked, is Duolingo good for learning? Asking because I do want to learn so bad one day. And it's never too late.
I would say it's never too late, because I'm definitely pushing myself to do it now. In fact, I was just talking to Eddie, my fiance or whatever, and I was like, yo, we need to start stepping this up, because I've been already doing it for, I think, almost maybe like two-ish months or whatever, and I'm like already getting burnt out, because I'm like, I feel like I'm not learning fast enough, and it makes me want to quit, because I'm like, maybe I'm just not understanding it.
No,
and I think it's because I'm not pushing myself to be more immersed in it, and I think that's what I need. Is more immersion.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If like you're not practicing constantly, it's real quick to just forget any progress. You need to be speaking to somebody in it like constantly, so it just like engraves in your mind.
Yeah. And
if you don't have that shit is hard. Like, that's, if you don't have anybody around you that doesn't speak Spanish, like, you'll never learn it. In my opinion, it's just too hard. Like, but John B says, I started watching Nintendo game reviews in Spanish to help my comprehension. That is a good idea. Like,
that is a really good idea.
And I know the other day you were looking for shows that you could watch with like, did you find anything?
Yeah, it's a very little kiddie show. It's about an elephant. I forget what it's called.
It's on Netflix?
I think so. I don't remember the name of it, but I was like scrolling through the other night, and I found like just a list of topics of like how to get better at it, and people were like, watch shows in Spanish, use your Duolingo, do your vocab and stuff like that. Make sure you try to immerse yourself as much as possible. Listen to Mexican music or Spanish music, whatever type you're trying to listen to. And try to speak it no matter if it sounds really bad. And that's, I guess, a lot of majority people tend to quit because it sounds awful, obviously, when you first start. But,
you
you're
gotta
starting.
start somewhere,
Yeah, you gotta get past that and don't feel, I guess, embarrassed, because I guess a lot of people quit because they feel embarrassed.
Yeah, and also I think what you said. What'd you say?
That's why I quit a couple times. So.
Oh, so you've
tried
with Duolingo always like
Duolingo, and then I tried getting some like practice books for a while, but I just was not in the right headspace to learn it. So everything I would learn, I would immediately forget, and then I would get frustrated. And I don't know what it is about learning. I get tired. Like after I read something and like you can feel that brain working, it makes me sleepy. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know if I've ever gotten that, but I can't. I think I know what you mean.
Though, so I'm also dyslexic.
Oh damn! So this makes it way harder.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh damn.
I mix up words with letters sometimes, and I can write out a full sentence and forget like half the words, but in my brain I wrote it out to you. So if you ever get any weird stuff from me and it doesn't make sense, that's why. Oh
shit. You see, and like nobody would ever know that unless they know you like and have spoken to you and you've told them that. So that shit just makes like all that hate on TikTok even fucking worse, because like they really don't know your story.
I'm not about to go tell all those people.
Nah, and you shouldn't have to. That's the thing, though. They're gonna
be like, oh, you're really stupid then.
That's fucked up. But man, like it's crazy because nobody knows your story until like you actually speak to somebody about this stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me just read what else.
John B just says he gets messages from me. Yeah, I be making messages to John B and they're not incoherent at all. It sounds like I'm drunk half the time, I'm sure.
Damn. Well, every message that you've sent me so far, I've understood. So you're doing good. You're doing good. Sundata said, I only say because I know exactly how it feels to not be able to get your message across and feeling kind of shame or frustrated, but you can find ways to actually enjoy the process. Yikes, you should contact me. I love helping people with their Spanish. Yeah, my wife is great at that. So she speaks great English. I always tell her she speaks amazing English, but English is her second language because she grew up in Colombia. So I think her English is amazing. Yeah, but she feels the same way sometimes, like when we're with people that just, like, let's say my friends who just speak English and she has to speak English the whole time. I think she's doing amazing, but I totally get the No, and that's the thing too. It's like a double-edged sword too, because like when you're here, people you've seen like those crazy compilations. Oh my god, videos. I think you were right. Compilations, yeah.
Somebody told me that was a porn thing, but all right.
Compilations. What? No, compilations means it's just.
I'm sorry. I told you my brain goes weird places. What was I saying? But it's like a double-edged sword.
I was like, no, that's right.
Because the videos that you see sometimes that go viral, you'll see these crazy people like having a whole tantrum because there's people next to them speaking Spanish, and they're like, "Yeah, we only speak English here. How dare you? How dare you?
We speak American here.
Yeah, we speak American here. You need to learn our language."
Yeah.
It's awful. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, that shit is fucked up. I'm like, go back to your country, and
yeah.
That shit is infuriating. It is infuriating because it's like these people are genuinely trying to just live their lives. Most of those people that you see in those videos are like just like trying to mind their own business. They're literally trying to like be in the background, not get any attention from anybody, and then all of a sudden these people just like badger them and fucking just hate and discriminate. I hate that shit. I really hate those videos.
Crazy because the U.S. doesn't have an official language. We literally have everybody here. Everybody all together. We're all mixed up.
And like that's what we promoted for like so long. Is like we are the country of immigrants. Come here, Statue of Liberty, freedom, American dream, and all that shit. And it's just like,
I mean, they got a lot to work on, but I mean,
for sure,
we're trying.
for sure. But it's like you market that and you promote that in all your movies and shit. You're like, come here and you'll be able to have a better life. And then you come here and everybody's like, I don't want you here. It's like, what the fuck?
You're just like, what the hell? Why'd you let me in here then?
What the hell? Exactly. That is very true. I still remember, this is from Blackfire, remember not knowing the Spanish word for curve, and a coworker called me out on it, but he was nice and taught me the word and how to properly use it. That's amazing. Shout out to your coworker. To be honest, using children's books at shows helps a lot with the foundation of Spanish words and vocabulary.
Yes.
It's how I started with Japanese. Ooh, that's amazing. Once you get into that trilingual, Blackfire.
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah, he's trying to learn Japanese. That's cool.
Once you learn like that trilingual and all that shit, it's like, yo, you on another level for me. Because like, I've tried to learn other languages and I'm like, you know what? I call it a day with two. Two is okay for
I think
me.
You did, yeah, I think you have more than enough.
Yeah. Once people start getting like, and it's crazy because like, if you just prioritized it more, like it feels like United States doesn't really like, did you learn Spanish in school?
No, and you know what? Actually, I just got a comment, somebody telling me that I'm lazy because you have access to school and school teaches you Spanish. And I was like, what school did you go to?
Yeah.
That taught you Spanish. I grew up in the country, boy. We got no fancy books out here, son.
Ain't no Spanish
So,
speaking over here.
There are no Spanish people. I didn't see another brown colored person like me until Iowa, so I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah,
But it's so crazy that they want to fight and be like, no,
You're lazy.
Yeah,
I know everything. You should have known your Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah, and like it's a giant fucking country. Like they don't teach the same thing everywhere. So if somebody's like, well, they taught me Spanish in school, it's like, well, good for fucking you. They did not teach it where I went, and it's just different. And even if they did, like, because they taught Spanish in the school that I went to growing up, but I guarantee if I found anybody I graduated with, they don't fucking know Spanish. And they took like 12 years, like from first grade to 12th grade Spanish, and they didn't learn shit. So that's the thing. It's like, even if they teach it, it doesn't mean that they're teaching it well. I remember I would go there and they would teach Spain Spanish. So it was like a very specific type of Spanish. And then I would go home and it would be Dominican Spanish. And it was like, yo, this shit doesn't make any sense. So I wasn't, by the time that we got to a point where we were allowed to choose, like, do you want to continue with Spanish? Do you want to learn Italian, or do you want to learn French? And I was like, I don't want to fucking learn Spanish. Like, the Spanish that they're teaching me here doesn't make sense. So I tried Italian. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I'm talking over you. Sorry.
Nah, I tried taking Italian, and like, I just, I did it for 4 years and I forgot it. That's it. Like, if you don't have somebody to speak it with, you're gonna forget it. And that's that. Let me just keep reading. I definitely always try encouraging people learning a language, because I had people who treated me weird from not being able to say something. So nothing better than to have someone who can actually teach you nicely without making you feel horrible. Hey, you need that. You need those teachers out there for real. What's up, Head Reaper? Welcome. We have KindaSasha on the stream today. Right now.
Scares.
No jump scares. Oh man, if somebody hit the stream alerts, my bad. They turned off right now. We're not about to do that while we have a guest on here, because then you'll just be playing random ass noises. Damn, turned off. Yeah, no worries, Head Reaper. My bad for wasting those channel points. They taught me Spanish in my school, but they also taught Portuguese and German. I took Portuguese, but do I recall? Hell no. My ex-wife learned Spanish, and it took about 10 years and a trip to Peru to finally sink in. Learning another language is hard. Yeah, that shit is tough. I think she laughed. She seems like a nice person. KindaSasha, would you say you're a nice person? How would you describe yourself?
Oh no, I'm really evil and mean. That's why everybody on TikTok hates me.
How would you describe your community?
Oh, they're awesome. My community on freaking my community that I do have on Twitch is just awesome. Like we shit talk a lot to each other, and I like that. And not in like a mean like when you go in there and you just like instantly just like we make you hate yourself or something. No, not like that. Like we just joke around. I'm a big jokester.
Just trolling.
Yeah, trolling one another. Yeah, we have like an ongoing thing that I have like a basement, and I keep everybody in my basement, and I feed them chocolate cake and stuff. I'm sorry, that sounds a little weird.
Wait, this is in a Discord? Or what?
Yeah, no, yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. It's a joke. I'm also supposed to like have burned down a club, and and I murdered somebody. I don't know. They keep making up stuff.
How'd you find like, was your community always like this? Because at least me personally, like when I first started Twitch, like I met a lot of cool people, really, really nice people, don't get me wrong. but they just had different sense of humors as me. Like there's a lot of them that like I don't really speak to as much today, just because like I found the type of people that like I vibe with more, if that makes more sense. Like, was it like that for you at first? Like, did you from the jump like find people that you just vibed with, or how'd that work?
I think from the jump I found people that I vibed with right away, just because I think once I got past my shyness and I just started just being like stupid, because I always just call what I do kind of stupid, because I don't know, I don't take anything serious when I'm streaming. I like to be myself, but like a more like projected version of myself. I don't know how to explain it. Like a more, like I'm not exactly the same when I get off stream, but like I'm also kind of am the same when I am streaming.
Yeah, just it's like it's more amplified because you're on stream. It's like I get it, I totally get it, and it's not like you're changing,
but not like I'm forcing it. Like I'm not forcing it and being like, hey guys, we're gonna be streaming today. Let's fucking get it, boys. When I'm not doing that, like I'm not like overhyping it or whatever. I'm just like chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And what's it called? What was I gonna say? What kind of like advice would you give? Because you are like, I think you're decently big. You got like 1,000 some followers. Every time I see you streaming, you got like 30, 40 something people in there. Like, what has worked for you?
Well, first of all though, on Twitch, do not look at anybody's like follower count, because sometimes that doesn't mean anything. So if you do see somebody that has like a following that's like around 1,000 or whatever, if they don't got any people in there, it's kind of weird. I don't I hate getting follows and never seeing anybody in there, because follows don't really translate to people viewing. And that's why a lot of those big streamers that you see that they have like 100k followers or whatever, and then when they go live they'll only have like 100 or 1,000 people in there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird when it comes to Twitch, because it doesn't transfer over. So followers don't translate into viewers. Yeah, it's just somebody happened to be there and they're like, let me hit that follow button. I'm gonna
hit the follow, and a lot of them honestly want you to follow them back. Like that's what it is. Like they, even if they don't say it, even if it's not outright follow for follow, like you know that they hit follow. You never see them in the stream, and you're like, all right, I know what they were doing. They wanted me to follow back.
Yeah, no, and I've had people that have done that before too, and I've had people reach out and send me their links to their Discord or tell me that they're live, and they like send me a message in like my inboxes and Instagram and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what the hell, boy? I would never do that. Like, I would never do that.
What does make you go to somebody's stream and watch? Like, what makes you stay longer? Like, what do you look for in a streamer?
If they're talking to chat, if they like, so I'm one of these people that I adore when I'm noticed. Okay, I'm one of those creepers on Twitch that I'm like, oh my god, they said my name. I'm gonna stay here forever. I love that. So as long as I just get a hello and they're just like fun or very outgoing, or even if they're cozy, it just depends. When it comes to Twitch, I love to look at the person, not so much what they're playing. Yeah. Because they could be playing COD, and I absolutely hate COD and or Fortnite. And if that person is still like bueno, I would still be in there regardless of what they're playing.
So it's like personality, like they really got to be an entertainer.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. Just chilling, being themselves, just having fun. As long as you look like you're having fun on Twitch, I feel like the audience with you will have fun.
Yeah, for sure. John B says Sasha has an analytical mind.
I kind of. I look up at a lot of analytics. I don't think it's helping me too much though.
So that's a hold on, let me read this comment and then I got a question. Sasha's ability to pull people in because of her real personality is one of the reasons I started following, and I've enjoyed the journey so far and will continue to do so. That's awesome. That's your mod, right? You said that's a mod?
Yeah, that's my mod. One of my newest mods ish too. Blackfire, forget how long he's been with me. It feels like literally just yesterday though.
How do you choose your mods? Like, how do you go about choosing mods?
I don't know. They're just nice, too nice, and I'm like, hey, you want to be mod? And they're like, cool. And I'm like, okay, here, have this. Take it.
All right, cool. Because I've seen places that are like mod application, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like somebody the other day was like, yo, you got a mod application? I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means, man. Like I just made my wife and then like my best friend mods. I don't know what the fuck a mod application is, but getting close to a year, they said.
Blackfire, did you say a year? I swear to God, it was just yesterday.
Wow.
I had somebody come into my stream the other day too and say that I've almost known them for a whole year, and I was like, excuse me, we have? And it goes by so fast on Twitch. It really does.
It really does. Yeah, it's crazy, and especially like you start building those like inside jokes and like just getting to know people, and then all of a sudden you're just like friends on Discord and you're just talking about like your real life and stuff. It's fucking awesome. I'm almost a year sub to Sasha, says John B. That is beautiful. That is amazing. That is awesome.
I'm gonna get a sticker. I send out my 1 year subs stickers and stuff.
Yeah, you draw, right?
That's sweet. Oh yeah, I'm an artist too.
You are an artist.
I always tend to forget that.
Self-taught or?
Yeah, well, I've been drawing since I was a kid. So the stuff behind me I've all drawn, but I've also like draw other stuff. Like
somebody
emotes and stuff.
Somebody earlier asked, is that I think they said Ugandan Knuckles?
Oh yeah, he's from VR chat. That little red guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Knuckles.
I knew it was Knuckles. I didn't know it had a term for like. I thought that was just like a meme Knuckles, but it's
he's
Ugandan.
Yeah, he's a Ugandan Knuckles from VR chat. It was a meme back like very long ago.
Okay, so you've been drawing self-taught and all that.
Right.
Did you decide to do anything with it, like career, school-wise?
No, not career school wise. As of recently, I've started doing like a little bit of emote commissions and stuff like that. But when it comes to art, I really don't think you need school, honestly. Everything you can kind of learn is now by the fly, and you can kind of open up your own Etsy. You can, TikTok. You can do all this stuff kind of by yourself now. I mean, school is a great way to get your education and stuff like that, and maybe teach you a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like with drawing, as long as drawing is like something you just continuously do and do practice, and like
your whole
the
life.
more you practice, the better you get at it.
Are you doing like digital stuff now? Because I saw some of the stuff on your Ko-fi? I don't know what that.
Oh, Ko-fi, yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of digital work. Most of the stuff on my Ko-fi is my emotes that I've made, but I draw like people and like animals and stuff too. I don't really show those very much though.
Do you also like take your like a photograph of your face and then draw around it?
I used to, but I don't really do that anymore.
I think I saw one of them on there.
I think it's probably an old one because I used to do that. Like, I have a lot of old stuff.
What's that called? Photo? What would that be called?
I don't know. I used to call it like photo cosplaying, but I don't think that's. Yeah, because I used to draw myself like wearing different outfits. I don't know.
Sasha will draw you on stream if you redeem it. Will you really?
I like a 2-second doodle. I used to have it. I don't have it anymore because it used to get redeemed so much, and I would spend there for like a while, and I'm just like, damn it.
Yo,
I was trying to play my Neopets today.
Yeah, Neopets. Holy shit!
Yeah.
What a throwback!
No,
what a legendary game. Wait, so you've never done just like a drawing stream, like an art stream?
I've done art streams before and stuff like that. Pretty much, whatever I feel like doing, I do that day. I'm trying to get a little bit better to kind of sticking with one thing. Usually, it's been Pokemon lately, but I don't know. What I feel that day, I kind of do.
Why are you trying to stick to just one thing? Like, you don't want to be a variety streamer?
Twitch is kind of funky, so if you want to grow on Twitch, kind of thing. I mean, it's not impossible to do being a variety streamer, but I feel like sticking to one thing and learning the community that you're going to stick with and making connections within that community definitely does help with growth, like a lot.
So right now, you would call yourself a Nintendo streamer?
Pretty much, at least for right now.
What other?
Right now.
Because I've seen you play the new Pokemon game. What else do you play?
I played a lot of Super Mario and stuff like that. Everything Nintendo recently though, like Zelda. Damn, a lot of Zelda actually. Yeah, mostly Nintendo stuff. I haven't really played anything outside the box as of recently. I know that new game, Lost Ark, just came out, and I was already kind of peeking at that. That's probably the only thing that I'd probably try to play that's not Nintendo.
What Lost Ark is on? What system is that?
Oh, it's a PC game.
It's a PC game. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Someone said you got to do Apex.
Apex is awful.
Do you like shooter games, first-person shooters?
I don't.
I can tell.
My little brother is a sweat. He's like a pred in Apex, and he always sends me screenshots of his like. I think he plays like Wraith, and he plays like. Fuck, it's not Winston. It's something else. But he's like such a sweat, and I used to play with him when he was younger, and he drove me crazy. He was like the definition of like a toxic player. So I was like, I ain't playing this shit because everybody else would get toxic along in that.
Yeah, that's how shooters are, yo. Shooters just get your blood boiling. You're just like,
yeah, and I've seen it. So.
Dr. Birddog, welcome, by the way. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. They said I tried to get her to play shooters.
That's my fiance.
Oh, what's up? What's up? Yo. We were talking about you earlier, man. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Back to like the whole Latinos and Latinas stuff. Do you say the term Latinx? Like, is that?
I do not, just for the fact that I'm not really sure what the new thing is, and also just for the fact that on TikTok there is like such a weird thing that I just don't want to bring any hate to anybody, so if I don't know something about something, I'm not gonna use something that I'm not 100% sure of what it was made for or what. So I'm in that kind of zone. I'm kind of neutral, just because I don't want anybody reading something that could possibly pertain to, I don't know, hate. If that makes sense, because I believe that's a really sensitive topic.
Yo, for sure.
Like right now,
if you don't want like any extra additional hate on social media, do not say that. Like, I posted something,
and it's so silly because I feel like there's definitely a community in America that feels safe with that term, and I don't see anything wrong with that as long as they feel safe. But there's also that community that was built that like, no, it is already kind of a neutral term, so why mess with it? So I can kind of see both sides, but I'm just like,
people get way too heated. People, I go back and forth. I type out both. Honestly, it's the same thing. I wrote it one time on Reddit or something, and it was just like list of comments like, don't Americanize our language, do not westernize us, and this is fucking insulting. I was like, yo, chill the fuck out. This is what I thought an inclusive term. Like, I thought it was supposed to include everybody, but ever since then I was like, god damn, people are really like touchy about this.
And even on some of my TikTok videos, I actually got a lot of people saying, I bet she uses the term Latinx, and I was like, who cares if I fucking do? Who cares if I do or not? Like, shut up. What does it matter?
Yeah, straight. John V said, Latino, Latina is correct. Latinx was invented by someone outside of the culture. That's my 2 cents.
Kind of, I thought that too, a little bit. But I don't know about it, so I'm not going to be like yes or no, because like I don't know. I really don't.
I've heard both sides of it. I've definitely heard both sides of it. And then I've spoken to people like from Latin America that they don't live in America or whatever, the United States, and they do not say that term. Like, they didn't even never heard of it. So once you like step out of the US and like people are like, yo, I've never heard this term, I'm like, oh shit, I guess like it's just not picking up. And Sundere said, well, that's what I told XAVE, that Latinos do not use it. It was made here. Yeah. And like your friend Sundere.
Yeah, I think that's where the hate, I think, is coming from, because it came from America, and like, when it's trying to go be pushed out to the places that do, are called that, and they're like, whoa, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, this is not not a thing. Not a thing.
Blackfire said, I prefer Latine because if you want to be truly inclusive, so you see, it also gets complicated.
I've heard of Latine too.
It gets complicated. I like that
term better.
Latine than Latinx. Yo, Latinx sounds like a superhero though. I like that, and it's got the X for me. Yeah, that's why I repped it. I was like, yo, it's got the X in it. That shit is fire. But once you have to do it to because it's a gendered language, so like, you then got to do it to all of them, and it just gets too confusing.
Right.
That shit is tough as hell. What kind of things do you like think the community needs to focus on and improve? Like, what would you say like they need to work on?
I'm definitely not the one to tell you.
Nah, fuck that. Your opinion counts. Your opinion counts. All right. So do you think another question, do you think like the stuff that people say in the comments like ever gets to you, like, or it's influenced the way you think about this stuff?
It does. I was actually just telling Eddie today too, my fiance or whatever, and I was telling him, I was like, maybe I don't even want to be a part of the thing, because like if that's the way that they're treating people, I was like, that's not right. And lately, I don't know if it's like my TikTok algorithm or whatever, it's just been sending me so many videos of people that are kind of in the same boat as me. I don't know if it's like an algorithm thing or what, but I was seeing a video of somebody getting called shoot, how do you pronounce it? A pocho? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. There's a lot of slangs out there. I don't know what that means.
So it means, back in the day, it was one of the worst things that you can call a Mexican American,
a pocho.
Because they were it's supposed to be, you were never here nor there. You're not Mexican, you're not American kind of thing. So you're kind of stuck in a limbo. And it was a derogatory term, Mexican term. Now I heard that they were trying to reclaim that and also kind of put it under, I believe, the Chicano movement a little bit, and try to be Mexican and American at the same time, like to try and cohesive those. So I know it's just, I don't know. What was the question again? I just went off on a tangent.
Nah,
I got lost.
It was basically like whether or not the comments like ever influenced the way you thought about like your identity the way that you like your culture and all that. Like, I don't know, because I imagine that at some point like it has to like, I don't know, get to you just like, yo, these motherfuckers keep saying that I'm not Latina enough, and like, am I Latina enough? Like, because I've questioned it. I've been like, yo, am I Latino enough? Like, there are like certain things that like, you know, I grew up and I'm very Americanized in many ways, in many respects.
Yeah. So for me, I've always kind of struggled with this just for the fact that like, especially now that I'm trying to learn it, sometimes I'm like, why even bother learning it? Because if it sounds incorrect, I'm going to be hated for it regardless. So I'm like damned if I learn it or damned if I'm not. So it also kind of puts me into kind of like a sour mode kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't feel here nor there. Like, am I allowed to celebrate my culture along with everybody? Or am I considered white? Because a lot of people were actually calling me a freaking gringa. And they're like, oh, you belong over here, you know, stay over there. You're white. You're a white person. And I'm like, bitch, look at my skin color and tell me that again. I'm like, excuse me?
I've been called a gringo by my family, and like they say it jokingly, but like deep down, I don't know, like it kind of hurts.
It gets you.
That shit kind of hurts.
Sure it does.
That shit definitely kind of hurts, and like especially because like growing up, like my bad. There's like fucking loud ass music being played outside my apartment. Fucking New York does not know how to shut the fuck up. Not gringa, said Joaquin Machine. Not gringa. Gringo, I say, but not in an offensive way. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. When my wife says it, I know it's not offensive. And I know when my family says it, it's not offensive. But, like, I'm still just like, man, I don't want to be called anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like also I heard that the term also means that you're from America, too. So, I don't know if what it is, but the way that I've been getting it called it, and they're calling me white, so.
Yeah. No, they mean it. That's the intention. Yeah, that depends on the intention. And they 100% mean to, like, put you down, which is fucked up. Shit.
It's weird to gatekeep a language. I
so
didn't
weird.
understand how passionate people were for the language, and don't get me wrong, I do understand that me being Latino, I should know the language. Don't get me wrong, I should know it. Okay, I'm not over here trying to make excuses, but I never dawned on me that I needed it. I grew up my whole life without using it, and barely now. And the reason why I want to learn now is because I have a lot of major events that are going to be coming up. My brother's going to be getting married, and I believe a lot of like my dad's cousins and stuff are going to come, and they mostly speak Spanish. And I would love to be able to, you know, communicate with them. So like for me, it's so I can communicate with them a little better. And it also kind of to make my dad proud, because I would be like the only one in the kids that can speak it. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. It's like I have cousins who are because my aunt married somebody who is Mexican, so their kids are half Mexican, half Dominican. Two of them do not speak any Spanish whatsoever. One of them, it was because they had like when they were little, they had like a speech problem. So the speech pathologist told them, focus on one language, just focus on English. And by the time that he was old enough to you know, he got past, he knew the English, it was too late to teach him Spanish. And I say too late, like it's not too late. He could definitely learn at any point, but it was late in the sense that like his brain isn't a sponge, you know, like when you're a kid, you just absorb information really like way easier. Like, and it sucks because they look very, very Mexican. Like, they definitely
they're gonna get it.
Yeah, they get it so bad.
Because that's what I got, man. When I entered like the workforce, especially when I went to Vegas, because I was like the first time where I actually had people that came up and spoke. Because there's a lot of Mexicans in Vegas, by the way. And I always have a lot of people come in, and right away off the bat, just looking at me, they go 100-0 with the Spanish, and I'd be like, oh, hold on. I was like, I got the right color, I'm so sorry, but I don't speak it, I apologize. And like, you know, usually they know English. And it makes me so bad sometimes too, because I've had people to come in and actually apologize to me that they don't know English, and I'm like, no, you should not be apologizing.
Yeah.
It's like a back and forth that we were playing. Like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, and you don't speak English, but
Everybody
we're, like,
feels.
apologizing.
Yeah, everybody feels bad, man. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
It was the opposite for me because most people that I encountered had this idea that Dominicans are all very dark skinned because of like some media portrayal, or at least like famous people they knew. Like there was like most of the famous baseball players were always dark skinned Dominicans, and there's like a spectrum, right? There's a spectrum of colors in Latin America. There's very light. Yeah, there's everything. Very light skinned Latinos, and then there's very dark skinned, like very like Afro Latinos. And most people, when they saw me, had no idea I was Dominican, and then they wouldn't believe me. They would be like, nah, like, no way, you're white, like, you're Jewish or you're Italian. I'm like, nah. And
I feel like I could tell that you definitely have a little bit of Latino in you. Definitely.
Oh, could you?
By looking at you, yeah.
That's so interesting. Like, I don't know. Some people were just like, nah, you're not. And I'll be like, well, now I gotta prove myself to you. And that shit gets annoying as fuck because you shouldn't have to prove yourself to anyone. Straight up. Yike said, I might be half white, but it gets me very annoyed when my Mexican side calls me a gringa because I cannot help the fact that I'm half white. Yeah, like, I can't help my skin tone. Come see me in the summer when I tan. I use it all the time, and it's my wife uses it for foreigners. So like literally anybody from the US, from Europe, like they're gringos. But some people teach them another language. Wait, it is not true. Even if you have a speech delay, you can still teach them another language. Yeah, they just chose not to. Like, that was just a decision. Yo, what's up, merry-go-round? How you doing? What's up? Welcome. Happy Friday. How you doing? We are here getting to know Sasha, asking her a bunch of questions. We are about to enter a new part of this. So I know that you be getting hate on TikTok, and I really want to help you out.
Oh,
so I want to teach you some words that you can learn so that you could tell those motherfuckers to shut the fuck up in Spanish, right? So we gonna enter the classroom right now. It's time to learn. If you see
one of them cagon?
If you check the stream right now, we gonna be in the classroom. We gonna be learning. Oh, no. And I got you on the words. That way you can defend yourself and you can tell them to fuck off. So
on my stream.
What's up?
This is literally what I was gonna start doing with my stream.
Yo, I think I was in your stream and you were saying it, and I was like, yo, that's a good idea.
I have a whole thing I was gonna
ready to learn. We ready to learn.
I
Beautiful.
love it.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with a preliminary little test. It's just gonna be 7 questions. It's multiple choice. So we're gonna see what you know, and then from there we're gonna learn together. It's gonna all be good. Okay. So first off, the first question: what does the term "vete a la mierda" mean? A. Did you shit yourself? B. I hate you. C. Go to hell. D. I really don't care.
Mierda means shit, doesn't it?
Oh, you know a little bit.
So it's A, isn't it?
Did you shit yourself? Chat, what y'all think? Is that the right answer?
I watched so much Narcos and everybody was like, mierda.
Okay, first question, unfortunately, is wrong. Unfortunately, it is C, go to hell. So you were right. Mierda is shit. But chat knew it. So chat, some people knew. Go to hell is, because vete is go. A la mierda, it literal translates to go to.
A is 2. And la is go to the hell.
Go to the shit. So that's the thing. It literally, but let everyone answer too. Sundere. So some people had answered, but you're right. I'm going to give people more time to answer. The literal translation is go to the shit. But that's one of those things where it's like the slang of it is go to hell. So that way, when people are popping off on TikTok and you've had enough, you could go in there and you could be like, vete a la mierda.
I'm writing them down.
Can you pronounce it? I want to hear you pronounce it too. Like, really get in there like, vete a la mierda.
Say it. How do you say it again? Say one time.
Okay. Vete a la mierda.
Vete a la mierda.
There you go. Say it with some emphasis, some passion in there.
Vete a la mierda.
Yeah. There you go. Awesome. Okay, we are gonna move on to the second question. Chat, if y'all know some of these, feel free to drop that in there. Shit, I'm gonna write them down too. Yikes, everybody, that's it. We're gonna go into TikTok, and when they go into your comments and they start saying shit, and all of a sudden you start popping off with "Vete a la mierda," they're gonna be like, "Oh, all right," and I hope that they fucking step the fuck back. Okay, Professor X. Yeah, we're gonna go to the second question. Are y'all ready? What does the term "ponerse las pilas" mean? A, where did you go? B, put on your battery. C, I need to make a call. D, where did you get that?
Ponerse las pilas.
Ponerse las pilas.
Ponerse las pilas. Ponerse las pilas. What the hell? None of these make sense. What's going?
Okay.
I'm confused.
I'll give you a clue.
Las pilas.
Ponerse is to. I mean, I can't give you a clue. Shit.
Don't give me a clue. I'm gonna fucking pretend I know what I'm doing here. Pilas. I need to make a call. Okay, what you said that I could use these.
Do you want to ask chat? Yeah.
Yes. Can I have a lifeline?
Yes, you can. Who you want to ask in here?
I would like to ask Blackfire.
Okay.
My mod.
Blackfire. So Blackfire. This was like the literal translation. We're gonna get into the interpretation of it, but Blackfire, which one is it?
I should have asked my fiance. Whoops. I forgot he's here.
Oh no! How you not ask him? And he did answer.
I mean, Blackfire is the good mod though. Even though I got my fiance, but my fiance don't know how to mod.
Oh no!
He don't know what he's doing.
Oh no! Okay, so Blackfire said B. Will you go with B?
Put on your battery. Okay. Pilas. Okay, yeah, I'll go with B. I'll go with Blackfire.
Hey, that is actually very correct. So this is another one. This is another one where this is the literal translation, right? It's ponerse las pilas literally means to put on your battery, but the actual meaning of it is to like, what's it called? Ponerse like hurry up. Like it's kind of like come on, let's go. Like ponte las pilas. Like if you're late to something, you would tell somebody like ponte las pilas. Like we gotta go, we gotta go.
Okay.
There you go. So if you're ever in a situation where you're like somebody's like super late and like really you need them to hurry up, you tell them ponte las pilas.
Ponte las pilas.
But just being late to something.
Okay.
Get
charged up. Okay.
It's like exactly. So let's hear you say it. It's time for you to say it.
What is it? Poncer la pilas? Las pilas?
Ponerse is kind of like
Ponerse las pilas.
Or you could say ponte las pilas if you want to say it to somebody.
Ponte las pilas. Okay.
Ponte las pilas.
Pontes las pilas.
Okay. There you go. Amazing. All right, we doing good.
So dead.
It's time for the third question. You are doing amazing. You are going to graduate with flying colors.
Make sure you delete this video afterwards. If TikTok finds it, I'm done.
Nah. This is it. We striking back. We are going to be in solidarity against those motherfuckers. Okay, question number three, y'all. What do people mean when they say pare bolas? A, pair of balls. B, stop talking. C, pay attention. D, are you lost?
A pair of balls. Pera bolas? Bolas?
Pare bolas.
Para bolas.
Pare bolas.
Pare bolas. It has bolas means balls. Bolas? Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's right?
Bolas, huevos, cojones.
Huevos. Balls.
Are you going with A?
Boleto? No.
Párame bolas, pinche sabi. All right, so I'll give you a sentence that this is something that my wife says often. Párame bolas, pinche Xavier. So I've never heard this phrase before. Oh shit. This, I don't know if it's like a Colombian phrase that I picked up from my wife. That's the other thing too. Each country has their own slangs and stuff.
It's a different dialect everywhere you go.
Nor I. Oh, okay. You see. Okay, so we're going to give you this one because this one is Colombian. And honestly, I wouldn't have known this if I didn't have the wife I have. But this is actually pay attention. Pare bolas literally means like pay attention. Like pay attention to me. Yeah, that's amazing. Let's learn. We all learning something today. So if you ever in a situation where somebody's not paying attention to you and you talking to them and they fucking just like dazing off, you be like, "Párame bolas, párame bolas."
Bolas?
John B says we don't say that. Yo, it's a Colombian thing. I just learned it's a Colombian thing. But there we go. Okay, so we doing good. We gonna give that one to you. We gonna give that to you just because it's hard.
Love it.
Okay, question number 4. This one is Dominican, so let's see if you know this one. This one might be tough.
Dominican.
Here we go. What do people mean when they say "dame un chin"? A, you have something on your chin. B, stop talking. C, are you sure? D, give me a little.
Dame means give me.
Ooh.
Un chin. Wait! Is chin in Spanish the same in English?
This is a Dominican one. This is But you were doing good. You were doing good with the analytical breakdown.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, so these are just like... I don't know what this is.
Nah, you were doing good. Just go with what you think. Go with what you think.
Chin. I don't know. I would say it would mean like give me a chin. Right? Is that the actual translation of it? Is like dame? Dame means give me. Give me a chin.
So
give me a chin.
Which one you go with? Give me
a
a chin.
D?
Hey!
Give me a little.
You doing good. Yeah, so this is a Dominican one. It literally translates to give me a little bit. Dame un chin. Dame un chin.
Give me a little.
So if you
like a little, like a kiss on the cheek kind of thing.
Nah,
or
like let's say you at the buffet table and they ask you, do you want some pasta? You say, dame un chin, solo un chin. That means like a little bit.
Really?
Yep. So
I would have thought it meant like give me a kiss, like give me
nah,
chin, like chin to chin.
You would think. That's why I put that. You have something on your chin there. We trying to trick you. Nah, but yeah, if you ever go to like some type of like, you know, at that wedding you're gonna go to, and you around like some Spanish speakers, I don't know if it's gonna work because they might not know Dominican slangs, but un poquito. Have you heard that one? Poquito?
Un poquito, yes, sí.
Hey, there you go. Poquito. It means the same thing. Dame un chin, dame un poquito. There you go.
Dame un poquito.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna get into some Mexican ones. We did find Mexican ones, so maybe you will know these. Maybe you will know these. Okay. Question number 5, y'all. What do people mean when they say ando bien pedo?
Ando bien pedo.
A, I feel really drunk. B, I feel really gassy. C, I feel really happy. D, I feel really empty inside.
Pedo can mean fart, but it also can mean like like a problem kind of thing. Shit. Because my mom always used to say that all the time. Drunk. I don't think it would be gassy though. I don't feel like that would make sense. Because you said it's like a phrase, right? So they're not translating correctly to like what they're supposed to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. They're phrases.
Okay. They're phrases. Okay, that's where I'm getting messed up because
John B said, like, "Ando bien pedo, way." Okay.
So I either want to say it's either A or D. I don't know. I be feeling empty inside sometimes though. I'm gonna go drunk. I'm gonna go with the drunk one.
Going with A?
Yeah.
And you are correct. You are. I feel very drunk. Correctly said. Yeah, Blackfire did say it well though. It's A, but it can be D after getting drunk enough.
Right. Oh, okay.
Nah, so the literal not literal because pedo is fart. Pedo is definitely fart, but it's not I feel gassy. Yikes, we got you. I tricked you with it. It's not gassy because it's not related to farts. But yeah, you would say ando bien pedo, like I'm real drunk.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that before.
Okay, so
I feel like I have heard that before.
If you could say it right now, let's hear you say it.
Wait, what?
Ando bien.
Bien. Oh my god, your Spanish is just so good because I'm so used to hearing like the Duolingo shit, and man, they be going ando bien pedo. I'm like, perfect. I said it correct.
You got this. Ando
bien pedo.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now you can say that at the wedding. You could just walk around and be like, ando bien pedo. You're gonna impress the shit out of your
None of my
family with all
family
this. What's up? None of them drink?
None of them drink.
Oh no. They'll be even more impressed when you're the only drunk one.
No.
Okay.
The only drunk one.
Okay, we got the next question. Discoteca or desmadre? Oh, how do Mexicans call la rumba? La peda too? Discoteca or desmadre? ¿Qué es rumba? A rumba is like a party. Estoy en la rumba. Estoy en la rumba.
Desmierda? Why am I not reading that correct?
Desmadre?
Desmadre. See how, dude, I'm all messed up.
El desmadre. I never heard that one. I'm learning stuff too now. Thank you, Blackfire. Blackfire, are you Mexican as well? All right, I'll ask you. Okay, next question. If you want to tell someone, go fuck yourself, you would say, A, estoy que me cago. B, mi madre me odia. C, ya no quiero vivir.
That's
D, oh, you fucking knew already. How did you know this? How did you know?
I don't know. The Spanish naughty words are my favorite.
Chinga. So say, can you pronounce it?
Chinga tu madre.
Chinga tu madre. Oh, you know how to say that one perfect. Somebody taught you all the bad words. That's amazing. All right. So let's see. You got one last one. This one, I think it's Mexican, but I've also heard my wife say it before. Someone who is snobby or stuck up is considered to be A, manzana, B, fresa, C, uva, D, limon. Now, I'm going to just say all of these are also fruits. So don't think of them in the fruit sense. One of them translates as like a slang, like to somebody who's snobby or stuck up.
So out of these fruits, which one is the most snobby? Okay, so an apple. I feel like an apple's pretty snobby.
Manzana.
I don't know. I don't know. Lemons are pretty or limes are pretty I put lime on everything. I feel like lime would be like the one you want to be friends with. So.
What you think? Which one's the snobby one? Blackfire said.
I want to say it's the apple for some reason.
La manzana, eh?
I kind of. What fresa is a strawberry though. Strawberry's kind of bougie. Let me see.
Oh shit. Somebody said this is like universal in the Latin culture. Oh, okay, you first generation Mexican. Welcome. I mean, you've been here, but now I know that. What's up, Blackfire?
Blackfire corrects me a lot with my Spanish too.
Hey.
Because when I do be doing my lessons, he does help me a lot. So.
There you go. Amazing. That's the type of friends you need.
I kind of want to go with the apple.
You going with apple?
I don't think it's right though. I don't think it's right. If I was gonna pick the most snobbiest one though, I would pick an apple's pretty snobby. Unfortunately,
you were almost right with the fresa. It is strawberry.
Strawberry?
Yeah, fail. F for this one. I'm sorry. Joaquin, no, it's not. It's not grapes. It's not uva. This one, I don't know what the meaning behind it is, but like for whatever reason, strawberries are somebody like to call somebody fresa is to say that they're snobby or stuck up.
Really? I've never heard it before.
La niña
Maybe
fresa.
That's a good thing that I've never heard it, I guess.
Nobody's ever called you fresa. Yeah. That's a good thing. Hell yeah. Good. All right, so now you passed the I don't know if you passed, but we're going to say you passed. Good job. You fucking passed. You did an amazing job. You did an amazing job. And now we're just going to learn words without the tests and stuff. We're going to say these.
Oh,
these will all be words that you'll be able to use in your artillery, and you'll be able to really shit on people on TikTok, because that's our goal for this. We want you to be out there and defend yourself and dish it right back. When anybody comes in there and they're like, you fucking know Sabo, kid, you tell them, chinga tu fucking madre. Are you the one writing
them? That sound just like them. Are you the
one? We got to end the stream. All right, hold on. I gotta find this.
Got him, boys.
Okay, we got him. Okay, so now we are gonna learn. First off, que cabrón.
Que cabrón.
Que cabrón. In literal translation, this means big male goat. There's a famous old Spanish saying that a man's horns grew when his wife is having an affair with him. People rarely use it as a harmful curse, but rather as a sarcastic remark mentioned to a close friend. So here you would say que cabrón.
So like between friends, right? You wouldn't really say that to like, well, I guess you could say it, I guess, in a mean way.
To like
I've only ever heard it used in like a fun way though.
And I've never heard it bad either.
Yes, yeah, I've never heard it bad.
Sundere, I don't know. Is this right? Also, like, I'm getting this from a random website. If Blackfire or if anybody else says that these are not correct, please do correct me because I'll fucking know. Someone that has cheated.
That's how, man. That's what I'm saying with Spanish. That's why this shit's hard to learn because I be going to websites and then I'll go like ask my dad and he'll be like, "That's not correct. That's from Spain Spanish." And I'm just like, "Bro, there's like so many different areas." And then I'll talk something and they're like, "That's not how you say that. This is a proper way." And I'm just like,
yeah, there's so many out there.
frustrating.
Like even tonight, I learned a couple different ones that I had never heard before because I'm not around that many like Mexican Latinos. It's more like Dominican and Colombians. But we all learning. Que cabrón, have not heard it used that way. All right, we all learning. Mierda, you knew. You knew mierda.
Mierda. That's my favorite word.
Los cojones.
Los cojones.
Los cojones. You know that one?
I've heard it, but I don't know how to properly use it, I guess.
Chat, how would we properly use this one?
How
Because
would you properly use that if you were gonna like...
I feel like it could
yell at
rewrite,
somebody?
but it's not common. Yeah. Blackfire, Sundere, how would you really say this? Like, I know that ella tiene cojones would mean like she's got balls.
Got balls.
Yeah.
So...
Like, él tiene cojones, los cojones would be like the balls.
Cojones, canzones.
So there you go. On TikTok, you could be like, y'all have no cojones. Oh! And hit them with that.
Give me something to use because everybody keeps calling me. Dude, I did not know that like to put somebody down not only is like the no Sabo thing a thing, but like the nopal. So people have been calling me a fucking nopal. And I'm like, what?
Yo, what is that?
What does a cactus got to do with me not speaking Spanish?
I think that's a phrase, right? I've heard like tienes what is it? El nopal en la frente or some shit. I think it literally means
Something
like
like that.
you look Mexican but you don't speak it.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what it is. Yeah. So everybody keeps calling me that. I'm like, shut your bitch ass.
Cara de nopal. Yo, these motherfuckers really just be coming out nopal like the cactus, right?
Pocho, no sabo, fucking yeah.
Yo, and I had never heard no Sabo kids until TikTok.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like I can understand why calling me it, but I've actually heard that people that do speak pretty good Spanish, if they throw in any like Spanglish into the mix, so if they're going off in a thing like of Spanish, like a sentence, and then they throw in an English word, people don't like that. They think it sounds like, they call it ghetto. They said sounds really ghetto for it to be talked like that, so they'll call them no Sabos for that reason. And a lot of people are like, they're switching between languages.
Shit is impressive.
Makes sense. Yeah. So it's just really stupid, but a lot of people don't like that either. They'll call them no Sabo kids for that because they think the reason why they're switching is because they don't know how to properly say it in the language. So,
yeah, John B said nopal en el frente is a phrase used for people who talk down on their own Mexican race, though. That shit is fucked up. So it's other Mexicans that would say it to you. Yeah. Yo, that shit is so fucked up. And they're going to keep coming up with these terms. Yeah, our own people use it to Mexicans who are more indigenous people. Yeah. God damn it, it's your own people. I don't know,
man. And it is weird because, like, I can look at my skin color and I can, like, see my grandma in me and stuff like that. Because my grandma likes to always throw out that she's Indian, and I've never gotten a DNA test to say that she is. But she claims that she is, and then, like, my grandfather is all from Mexico, my dad's from Mexico and everything. I'm just like, I got my brown color. In fact, growing up, I actually had to get DNA tested because my mother's side of the family didn't believe that I came out too dark looking. So they made her get a DNA test on me to prove that I was actually like hers. Because they thought I got switched at the hospital. So
they thought you were too dark, or
too dark? Yeah,
they
said it was too dark, and that that I need to go get tested because this doesn't look like our skin color, which is stupid because my dad is my skin color and my mom's pretty dark too. So I'm like,
what the fuck?
It's really weird.
Yo, so you've been like dealing with all types like since you like forever, right?
Yeah.
This type of like trying to find your identity.
It looks like I'm kind of light now, and I've kind of been in the winter, but I'm pretty brown. I think my lighting also comes off like I'm kind of like light, but
lighter
I'm not
skin.
really
You're pretty
that
brown.
light.
Man, that shit is like, that shit hurts because like all your life you've been dealing with this type of shit.
Yeah.
And from like your own, like from Mexicans, from family, from anybody.
And Yeah, I don't think a lot of people actually in their family realize that, like my sister, she is kind of your skin color, and she never got told. Everybody always just assumed that she was like American by the way she looks, and she's very fair skinned. She has like her black hair and everything, but we were always kind of treated a little different because I was like darker. So I don't know, and it's just really weird. I don't know if there's like some colorism a little bit in the community as well. But I've definitely experienced it. Like I said, I've had people call me like, "Oh, you're pretty for a brown girl," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I used to hear that a lot in school.
That shit is so fucked up. Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
weird
things that like the community needs to work on is that colorism. Like that colorism shit is real bad. Like
because we come in all colors, like all colors, and I don't know. I feel like when you're a little bit lighter color though, people like that. They don't like the brown skin. It's really weird.
Straight up. And my wife said, and you should be proud of your skin color, but it's hard that you have been getting so much hatred. Blackfire said, me compared to my sisters and my own mother, I am way too dark. I love getting super dark in the summer and I feel complete. Hell yeah.
Me too. I love getting dark in the summer.
That's the funniest shit about it too. Like you'll see, like, cause I grew up around like a lot of white people, right? And like they loved getting dark in the summer. Like they loved that shit. Like, and then you have people out here who are like getting discrimination for like their dark skin color.
Isn't that so silly?
And then there are people out there that are like getting tanned and like doing anything they can to get darker. Meanwhile, you have people
wants what they can't have. It's so silly.
It's fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. But let's continue on this.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted.
No. This is exactly what I wanted though, because I just wanted these to like sprinkle them throughout, just to like spark conversations. They hate us because they ain't us. There it is, because they ain't us. Tonto del culo. This one is something I've never really heard too much.
I've never heard that one.
The next one I have heard, I'm going to scroll up again because we're going to
Hijo de puto.
You saw it already. I guess we got to go to it. Everybody's seen Hijo de puta. Son of a bitch. You say you watch a lot of Narcos? Look at, it's right here too.
One fact too, really quick. I don't think I mentioned this really quickly. Both of my parents actually were pastors, and my grandparents actually owned a church. I've never once heard in my life my dad actually cuss. So any cuss words I ever learned also came from people that randomly I heard. So,
like the Spanish ones, you mean?
Yeah, any Spanish ones I learned from like somewhere else. It wasn't like my family
teaching you.
Because they were very like churchy.
See, you opened up like a whole nother route. Like now I get like, are you religious? Like, how was that growing up religious?
Oh fuck no.
Did they try and like make you like go to church and like impose it on you?
I grew up in the churches, and everything, you always had to have a dress on. You weren't allowed to you're not allowed to go out, no, with friends. You could get murdered, stuff like that. You weren't allowed to leave the house. My dad would always joke and tell me you don't get married you won't date until you're married. He always used to tell me stuff like that. And I don't know, it was really different growing up in the church, because I got to see a lot of people in my eyes to see that they were supposed to be so close to God, do the worst things like possible. And I think that's what drove me away from wanting to be. I still believe there's a God, and I do believe that, but I don't fuck with religion. I won't. And not to say that I shit on it either, because I've seen a lot of amazing miracles and stuff like that happen. And it's just I just can't follow something that will constantly tell me anything I do could possibly land me in hell. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
I feel that. My grandma is super, super religious, like heavy religious and stuff. And I remember she would always want us to go like to church as kids and stuff, and like I would just find myself like sitting there looking at the clock, like, oh man, how much time do I have left in this? And and then as I grew up, like my mom's not very religious at all. Like I think she's a little bit more now that she's older, and I think really like the reason she's done it is more for like the community aspect of it. Like she'll go to religious groups and stuff. Her and my stepdad, and it's more for that. It's like it's not for her. It's not really so much like the Jesus and all that and all like. It's more of the community that comes behind it. But myself, like I don't know, I go back and forth. I'm like, I do believe in God. I'm definitely not religious in the sense that I don't go to like an organized thing. Whether I believe in like faith and all that, like I always question that. But it is always very interesting, like how intertwined it is with Latinidad and like Latino culture. It's like it just goes hand in hand. And John B just said, I grew up Catholic and went to Catholic school. That's why I'm no longer Catholic. Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. Like I said, I grew up in the church, and I got to experience firsthand just some awful things that church people have done. I'm not going to get into that because it's a weird territory. But I've seen some awful things. And then for these people to be like, oh, we're going to go to heaven. We're godly. We live by the Bible, even though like when they're teaching the Bible, it's about love, but then they can run around and hate on people just wanting to be themselves. You know, there's a lot of homophobia in religion, and it drives me crazy. And that's one thing that also drives me away from it so much too, because like, how in one breath can you talk about loving somebody and in the next breath condemn them? It makes no sense to me.
Exactly. They like use it as like a justification to like like justify their shitty views. They're like, you know, in the Bible it says that there's no same-sex marriage or anything. It's like, yo, you're just using this. Like, this is just a justification for you, because I'm sure if there was a Jesus would not be fucking out here hating nobody.
Yeah, it's just very funky. Just very, very, very funky.
Very funky. Blackfire, I have to go, but I really enjoyed this stream. I hope to catch more of you, XAVE, and hopefully more stuff like this panel again. Bye, everyone. Great talks.
Blackfire.
Hey, Blackfire, hell yeah. This is definitely like what I've been enjoying doing, is like more of the interviews and stuff. Like, I love the gaming and stuff.
This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for bringing me on.
Hell yeah. And I definitely have like other ideas where I'm like, yo, I need KindaSasha on here. This would be I got ideas that I'm like, yo, I need to plan them out better before I actually do them. Yo, thank you so much, Blackfire. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate the hell out of you. Just you being here was fucking amazing. Thank you so much. I hope to catch you around as well. Thank you so much for being here. Somebody said this funny. I used to love going to churches when I was a kid. Their chicken was available. Church's chicken, fuck the world. Yeah, Church's chicken is kind of ass though. I don't really like Church's chicken. Somebody said, that is what happens. I was kind of forced to go to church as a kid, so I started growing hate towards it. And not just that, all the fucking priests that have raped kids. Yeah, that shit is fucked up. Like, once you start getting into like all of like the Catholic Church and stuff, like all the stuff that they've hidden, that shit is really fucked up. I don't like that shit at all. Thank you so much. KindaSasha, what the fuck are you doing? You can't do that while you're in here, yo.
I'm sorry. If somebody does it, I gotta do it. Especially if somebody from my community, I'm like, I gotta do it too.
Well, thank you so much. You really didn't have to do that. I've just appreciated like being able to collaborate with such amazing people. It really is awesome. Mr. J Star, welcome. Thank you for being here. Everybody, like, I've had the what's it called, the Nightbot dropping it every like 15 minutes. KindaSasha, make sure to go check them out. The link is definitely in the chat. Like, it's definitely been there. What was I gonna say? All right, we got like 2 more, and then I don't want to hold you up any longer.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But what's it called? These I've never heard before. Gilipollas? A common Spanish phrase to use is no seas gilipollas, which means don't be a dumbass or don't be an idiot. You could also loosely use it to mean jerk. Here's an example. Vaya gilipollas que es este tipo. Que es este tipo. This guy is such a jerk.
Voy a gilipollas?
Gilipollas. Oh, read it with a H. Some gilipollas.
Gilipollas? Like that? Gilipollas?
Oh, shit. You said it. Yeah, there you go. Gilipollas. So, there you go. You could be like, no seas gilipollas. You could say that on, what's it called? Oh, you just dancing? Gilipollas. There you go. And then pollas en vinagre. Dicks in vinegar. What the fuck?
What? A la verga.
A la verga. Oh, you know verga. Okay, there you go. Vete a la verga. Yeah, there you go. So when you type back in what's it called on TikTok, like, do you comment back in English? I've also seen you reply with, because you know how you could do like the video replies?
Yeah.
You be replying to people in English, or
recently I only did one. Honestly, I think when it comes to TikTok, when it comes to like the hate stuff, I think that I've seen so much of it now that I'm kind of just over it, and I think I'm not gonna give them any more of my time. Yeah. I know I could. I mean, I'm sure I will still do it once in a while and like report like with a comment, but I don't think I'm gonna do videos of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like giving them more power over me to show that I actually took the time to make a video out of them, you know, trying to disrespect me. I don't know. I think it's in my head especially. I don't think that's good to do because I think I'm just trying to fight fire with fire, and I don't think that's the way to do it.
It's like, I have like two opinions on it, right? Because I agree with like you shouldn't feed the trolls, like never feed the trolls, like because that's what they want. They want you to feel bad, right? They want to go in there and make somebody else feel like shit. So I'm like, yeah, don't feed, like, don't even, like, just delete it or whatever. But then at the same time, I did like what you did where you turned it into more content. Like, you took that one, I saw you doing the Pikachu dance.
I could.
Yeah.
I could, and I'm just like, because everybody tells me, oh, Sasha, just use that shit. Just start using it for videos. And I believe even Blackfire told me that I should just read all the bad comments on my thing and just use that on TikTok. But I'm like, in the same breath, though, I'm still giving them, you know, time of my time. And I don't know, in a weird way, like maybe if I am pressed for content, I'll continue to do it. But like for now, I think I need to like chill on that.
That's a good,
bit.
Honestly, yeah, because time is valuable. Like your time is extremely valuable. You can't get that shit back. And if you're like, you know, it's not good for your mental health for sure. It's definitely not good to be in there like reading comments. And I've seen like bigger content creators say that like they'll turn off their mentions and stuff. Oh, you got a doggy.
Oh yeah, sorry, Timo. Every time I stream, he thinks he's gonna get
What's up? What's his name? Timo.
Oh, his name is Timo. Timoteo. Yeah.
Timoteo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm 100% doing a compilation of all the people that have come on my show that like they've shown me their dogs. I've had a bunch of streamers like just show me their dogs. I'm like, yo, I need to make this a compilation. That's fucking amazing. How old is he?
He comes up by himself. He's naughty.
How old?
He's about 8. He's about 8 years old. I gotta clean his little eyeballs. His eyeballs cry like there's no tomorrow. And he's very bipolar. So even though he came up here, if I continue to pet him, he'll start growling just because he's like moody. He's very moody.
Is he a Chihuahua?
Oh yeah, he's a Chihuahua. He's a deer head Chihuahua.
Is what was I gonna say? Sir Avic redeemed. Give Timo corn nubs for 100 channel points.
Hi, Kavaris. I didn't even see Kavaris in there. That's also one of my mods.
Sir, how do I pronounce it? Sir Avic?
Oh, Sir. Yeah, you can call him Sir Avic or Sir Aardvark. I call him Kavaris because his name backwards is Kavaris.
Kavaris. Ah, I see that. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you for being here. Give him some corn nubs.
A treat. I don't have my treat bag. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. That's why he's up here, because he thinks he's gonna get food. I don't have his treat bag though.
All right. Well, let him know that I won't keep you on too much longer. I got a couple more questions for you, and then I'll let you go so you can get back to him and make sure that he's all happy pup.
No, he's naughty. He's fine.
As we wrap up, like, what advice would you give to streamers? What advice would you give to what's it called? To anybody else who's been like in a similar position? Maybe they got called like a like. So 2 questions. Advice for streamers, because you are a good streamer. I do believe that you are a good streamer. And
thank you.
Your
That's
advice
really
is
kind.
invaluable. And then advice to anybody out there who's been called like a no Sabo kid, or who's gone through the same thing where like they're struggling to figure out like who they are in this country, how to navigate between those 2 cultures.
So for me right now, especially I guess with learning the language, I didn't realize that there actually is a lot of people that struggle with either just learning or being called, I guess, a no Sabo kid. That's like the new fun phrase that you can be called nowadays, you know, to, you know, make fun of people. So for me, I'm not gonna let that stop me from continuing to learn, and I hope it doesn't stop anybody else from continuing to learn, because I feel like when looking at those comments and seeing so many people just saying like, you know, we don't want you in our community because you can't speak the language, I feel like that is such a minuscule thing. Like, language is very important, don't get me wrong, but there are so many different cultural aspects, and I feel like a lot of people get confused because when they say you're not Mexican, technically they are correct. I was born in America. You have to be from Mexico to be Mexican. Technically anybody could be Mexican. So nationality, ethnicity, and race, they're all different, and I feel like people don't understand that they're all different. So
hell no,
when someone says you're not Mexican, Are you from Mexico? I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But that shouldn't stop somebody from wanting to learn and grow as a person. And I feel like for me, it's not going to stop me from trying to connect with at least my heritage. And I want to go to where my dad grew up. I want to go through to where Eddie's mom grew up. In fact, she's over there in Mexico right now. She's in Veracruz. And for me, it's really important, and I'm trying to look past like the hate and continue to push forward. Because for me, it's very important that I want to be able to at least talk to my family. That's the main thing that I want to keep like learning for.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, definitely. And then what about streamer advice?
Oh, streamer advice, yes. Oh, just be yourself. I know that's so cliche. Everybody always says just be yourself when it comes to streaming, but with streaming, I feel like you really need to. I feel like if you're gonna try to be something that you're not, people can smell it a mile away. Okay, people can smell the bullshit. So be yourself. One thing that I really, really, really will always want to beat into streamers. Okay, need to beat it into people. Social media, you have to do it. If you are streaming 8-hour days and not seeing any growth, you need to be using that time instead of doing 8-hour days. Chunk that down to like maybe 2 to 3 hours. Maybe not 2, that's a little low. I only do 2, but still. Like 3 hours to 4 hours, and then use the rest of your time for social media. TikTok, Hover, Twitter, Instagram, all those are really good, but my main one that I would definitely push is TikTok. I know a lot of people say they can't find a lot of success on TikTok. It literally takes one video to pop up and get that cycle moving. And for me, I feel like that really has helped me to continue to kind of grow my Twitch, at least as my TikTok. And I like, a little bit of Twitter as well too, just being active on Twitter and just don't go just going live posts. Nobody wants to see that.
No, nobody wants to see that. Do more. Twitter is like your thoughts. Like, people are there for your personality and like any like thoughts and stuff you have. That's good advice. What is like what do you think the long-term goal for streaming is for you? Like, do you see it as something you'd want to do like full time, or is it something that you would do like on the side?
For me, I would love to get it into full time. I think I'm just right now still trying to figure out like, I guess, my content in a weird way. Because when even when you asked me, because like before we got on, you were like, well, give me a quick like bio of what you do. And I'm like, bruh, just get on here and I start talking. That's literally it.
You literally said I yell at people on the internet. I was like, all right, I guess I'll write that.
I was like, literally, that's what I do. So I feel like I need to kind of like niche that down a little bit. I hate the word niche, but everybody uses it. That needs to be niched down into like something. I need to like continue to create like a brand. So I would love to eventually do it like full time, but I feel like I still need time to develop on what exactly I want to do. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I mean, it does feel like you have the brand part down of it, at least like with like all the emotes and like the corn crew and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, I love the little corn crew. It makes me really happy. It really does. Just silly stuff makes me happy.
I like that, and it's good that you've been able to be yourself on this. Any final words before we get out of here?
No, just thank you so much for letting me come on here and speaking a little bit on a community that does not want me.
Well, that's the thing as well. Like, the Latina community is so diverse, and there are so many people in it. Like, I will never stand to like make fun of anybody who doesn't speak Spanish. It's or so like
silly.
Like really that shit is stupid to me. And like that's what I said at the beginning. Like, mi gente is still my people. Like that's it. I don't care if you don't speak it. I don't care if you speak Spanglish. I don't care if you were born in the US. I don't care if you were born in Latin America. Like, there's got to be something there that like unites us all.
It's a cultural thing. It's our ethnicity. Ethnicity literally translates to having the same cultural experiences. So, and I feel like I can relate to you on certain things. You can relate to me on certain things. Like with Blackfire in here earlier, I can relate to him. There's just so many things that when we come together, we all can speak on. Hey. And I feel like that's what it is to be Hispanic or Latino.
Hell yeah. And there are too many people out there already who are discriminating on us and who hate on us and who are racist to us. Let's not add to that shit. Like, let's some goddamn solidarity and unity in this motherfucker. Because there's already enough racist shitheads out there. We don't need more, like, being dickheads to us. Well, thank you so
Need
much.
All the help.
Need all the help we can get. Thank you so much. Like I said earlier, let's not let this be the last time we collaborate. I got ideas. I got ideas in my head that I'm like, all right, I just need to sit down, organize them. But I know people that I already want on them. I think you know Juan Mango as well.
I love Juan.
Yeah,
he is my fave.
Juan is so fucking funny.
I love Juan.
I've tried to work with all these people, and because you're all amazing in your own ways, and that shit really truly inspires me, like, to be a better streamer. I watch everybody, and I'm like, God damn, like. I gotta up my shit.
You're doing good. I feel like you're doing really well.
Hey,
I'm
thank
happy
you.
to have found another freaking person that I can actually vibe with. That's awesome. One quick question before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
Or you let me go. Sorry, I'm running the show now.
This is my stream.
Does your wife stream too?
No. So my wife does not stream. She's a sculptor. She's actually in school right now. Yes, she's actually in school.
Oh my god, awesome.
For digital art as well. So that would be an amazing thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She says that in the future when she starts like really having like a page and all that and like an Etsy shop, like that's when she wants to start streaming. And I'm like, yeah, you really should.
Yeah,
like,
she could make some bank and some emotes on Fiverr, anything. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And that's like
definitely make some money.
She like doesn't really like social media and like digital stuff as much, where like I'm like a video editor and videographer, so like my whole life and career and all that is like digital. So I'm like I'm deep in the metaverse, like the meta anus, right?
Right.
And so I try and tell her all the time, like, yo, this is just where the money is, like content creation. Like that's the goal too for us, is like just being able to, like, what I like about streaming and what the future hopefully one day is, I love, like, you could just go and live anywhere, like, you know, just be remote. As long as you have a setup or whatever, or you have a laptop, you could do content creation all over the world. And like that's what I want from it, is like that freedom of not being tied to like a 9-to-5 job.
To a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody's dream when they first start streaming.
Yeah, straight up.
And it does take some time, but I feel like as long as you stick with it and you don't forget about your social media, that's the only thing I hate. I hate social media.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I wasn't doing Twitch, I would not be on social media.
Yeah, because the only reason to have it is really to promote stuff.
Exactly.
It's literally to promote.
Yeah. Same for me.
I mean, and that shit is tough too, because it takes so much time. Like people think like, oh, all you do is stream and then you turn it off and then you wait till the next time you stream. Whereas like if you're serious about it and you really want to grow, it's like you got to be editing, you got to be networking, you got to be promoting. It's a lot. Like one person has to be the marketing team, has to be the content creation team.
Yep.
Yeah, all of it in one person.
Yeah.
But we rambling right now.
We
about to have another hour conversation. Thank you so much for being here, KindaSasha.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have an amazing night. Thank you so much. And like I said, let's not let this be the last time we collaborate.
For sure.